Hey guys, and welcome to my space. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Atlahang, but you can call me Atli. For those of you who have been around my blog for a very long time, would see a lot of brand changes, of which yes, I did change my name to Your Sis Atli, simply because I just want to maintain my private life and my professional life very separate. So I don't want black people, while they're searching me in my professional space, to actually find what I actually do in my private life, because this is literally like my personal blog and all of those stuff. So I'm just trying to keep my professional life and my personal life very different. Hence that's why I changed my name on my socials and also on this blog, YouTube blog. All right, so as you can see by the title of today, I just want to share my own personal stories about social media addiction. And it's something that's there, it's real, and I personally went through it. So just to give you a background about my social media experiences and the use of social media, I think I was exposed to social media was when I was in grade 11, and my first so I got exposed to social media when I was in grade 11, and I started using social media like, like normal people would use it. And then I'm not sure if you guys were around or were active on social media when Facebook had that Facebook diaries, where people would write Facebook diaries. So I also had a Facebook diary. Personally, I love social media very much, and I used to like taking pictures of people, taking pictures of myself, and just literally uploading, just like for the good reasons back then. I think I was still in grade 11. I then started a Facebook diary. It did so well. That's where I saw that, oh my goodness, Adli, you can literally write. So I started writing, like making up stories. Like a Facebook diary is not like anything much about your personal life, but it's basically like creating a fiction, and then people read your blog post at that time, because I believe that there weren't any blogs, so people just created Facebook diaries. I think I had over around 10,000 readers, and at that time I was 17 years old, and like people would beg me to like post, and I was just trying to manage my high school years. I don't even think my mom knew that I have a Facebook diary, and because I just kept it very private, I used to write, and people were addicted to my story, the fiction that I was just writing, and I had like a very large following on my Facebook diary back then. And then I liked, social media was very present on Facebook, and I would get like so many likes and all of that, and that, to be honest, made me feel well. Like I would take pictures for the whole of Africa. I like taking pictures. I still do like taking pictures. And yeah, back then I didn't see any problem. I didn't see any addiction, because I just saw that, oh, it's just something that I actually like doing. So why not go for it, at least. And I completed my high school, and then I went to university. When I arrived at university, I think around my second year, I didn't really know much about YouTube, so I only found out about YouTube in my second year. That's where I started watching YouTube, and I think the first content creator that I actually watched was Mpumi Lidwaba. I absolutely loved her. It was like, oh my goodness, this is my sis. And then I hopped on Instagram. That's where the problem started. I hopped on Instagram, and this was my second year. I was like, oh my goodness, I just saw another broader, larger space on Instagram. That's where I now started very like comparing myself. Bear in mind, I'm a girl from a small neighborhood, and I'm now hopping into a platform that is exposing me to so many things, to so many people. That's where my comparison actually started. I started seeing a lot of influencers, people that looked very different than me. And I actually wanted to become this. I wanted to become them. I was like, oh my goodness. At some point, I struggled with self-identity because of what the app was showing me and how perfect the people were showing me. I started having a lot of identity crisis. I started like working out, eating a certain way, speaking a certain way, saying that I'm that person, like literally comparing myself and not fully expressing that I am Atlahang and I'm the unique individual, but I wanted to become them. They influenced me in such a way that I wanted to become them and also change my identity, you know. That is basically my story. And I struggled so much with social media. I was addicted to scrolling. I lost myself because I wanted to be like them. If you bought whatever, like, that's their job, to influence people to do certain things, you know. But because I believe I was still young and I didn't have like a backbone, I was influenced to the max, right? I was influenced like up until here. And sure, I think I started really struggling. I spent long hours on Instagram. When I experienced anxiety, I would just scroll. Like, it just kept me calm. I don't know what's in with the phone of scrolling, but when you're anxious, you just feel like scrolling, and that's just gonna keep you calm. And I basically struggled a lot with social media. I don't wanna lie. And I think most of my decisions that I made while I was still in my undergrad, they were based on social media influence. And I don't think God wanted that for me, because he wanted me to follow his plan and not to be influenced by, not that it's a bad thing to be influenced, it's a bad thing when you don't have a full stop to your influence and you're just so influenced by everything, and your decisions are influenced by somebody else, you know. And then yeah, I actually struggled a lot with social media. Long hours on social media, posting, bragging, comparison, and just doing everything for social media. Like, you don't live like a, you don't have a private life. Like, everything that you do, whatever that you eat, you are eating it so that you can show people on social media. It was basically like a life of updates. I was living a life of updates. And I also had a business. I just believe that it is a gift that I have, that of running an online business. So I also ran an online business, which did very well, but it consumed so much out of me, because I also needed to keep up with the social media standards, or be active and also upload even when you don't want to. I do believe that when I was now doing my third year, that's where my relationship with God actually tightened up. I've been a Christian all my life, but you know, once you step into university, there's so many home styles and churches that you can go to that can actually strengthen up your faith, you know. That's where I believe that God now really wanted to deliver me from this addiction that I personally think, I didn't know that I had a social media addiction at that time, but I just felt that, you know, when you have the Holy Spirit is going to tell you that what you're doing is wrong. And I could feel, man, I don't want to be on these apps anymore. And I started slowly by drifting away and like I started deleting my WhatsApp and just hiding, because I think at some point I struggled with my mental health, you know, because I had so many people on my WhatsApp. I think I had like 250 people on my WhatsApp, and people would just text me, and I had to keep up with the text. And at some point, I just could not keep up with responding, you know. And I was like, okay, I need to take a break. I took a break for social media. I remember exactly, it was September September 2019, when I took a break, whereby Mpumili Dwaba actually requested that we take a Proverbs 31 challenge. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take the Proverbs 31 challenge, and I'm going to log off WhatsApp at that time. And it was so freeing, you know. I was so happy that, oh my goodness, I can finally live without social media. One thing about an addiction, you'll think that you're over it, but once you taste it, you're going back to the pit again. And I struggled, and I really struggled, you know, up until I had to take a phone fast. I used to take phone fasts like every single Thursday, because I was just addicted to scrolling. My mind was happy when I was scrolling. Like, I couldn't think straight if I wasn't scrolling, if my thumb or fingers weren't scrolling, you know. And then every Thursday the Holy Spirit led me into having fasts. Like every single Thursday I would fast from my phone. I would fast from my phone. I would literally switch it off and put it in my wardrobe and go to campus and be that girl with no phone every single Thursday. And it got better, you know, like it got better. I was no longer addicted to social media. It was cool, it was all fine. And then 2020 came, you know. Sometimes when you're dealing with the problem, you're dealing with the problem on the surface, like the cream, but you're not dealing with the core root of the problem that you have, you know, of which at that time for me it was definitely social media. In 2020, when lockdown began, the Holy Spirit led me into a fast again, social media fast. And during my social media fast, the Holy Spirit really told me that I should leave WhatsApp. And I was off WhatsApp. Like, I was off WhatsApp since 2020. And I literally had to delete an account on my WhatsApp. And I told the people that are close to me, my friends, and I was like, hey guys, I'm off WhatsApp. Whoever that needs me must call me. And who called me? Nobody called me. So that was literally my deliverance from a whole lot of bunch of people that I was trying to people please, I think at that time, or was just trying to be Mother Teresa to them. I also received deliverance from that WhatsApp account. I had so many people. Some people I didn't even know. Now that I think about it, some people I did not even know. They were from everywhere around South Africa. I just kept people's numbers because I used to sell as well. But they just became my friends because I'm just very friendly and I used to chat with them. Only to, not to, what am I saying? Only to find out that I was just like putting so much weight upon me. Like, guys, you don't need a lot of people in your life, you know. And I had like 250 people. So yeah, sure, that is my story. In 2020, I went to the fast and then I deleted my WhatsApp in 2020. And then I was left now on Instagram and YouTube, of which I was enjoying Instagram. I had an Instagram account and I used to upload like Christian content. I used to upload like motivational videos and all of those fun stuff. Up until the Holy Spirit has been telling me that, Atlehang, I want you off Instagram. And I'm like, no, but I like Instagram. My business is on Instagram. My non-profitable organization, I run it on Instagram. All those not fun stuff, you know, all of those excuses that we have. Up until I had a dream. Now this dream is the one that like shook me off Instagram. Yeah. And then this dream, I was dreaming and there was like a snake biting my pictures on Instagram. That's why I was like, oh, all right, I'm deleting it. And then I deleted Instagram. But did I delete Instagram? No, I went back. I went back and but now I was really quiet, laying low, not posting, just I also like deleted my whole content like on Instagram. I deleted every single picture of my graduation pictures, my everything, my what. I used to be like that girl that would post for the whole of Africa to know. And I always knew that when I upload on social media, it will have to be always for the glory of God and just for fun, because I genuinely love social media. And then that's where I deleted Instagram after I had the dream, and I deleted the content on my old account. And then I started like a new account where I was now uploading like very clean things, like pictures, and not really sharing much about my life and all of those stuff. Until the Holy Spirit led me, was like, okay, I want you to unfollow these people and also remove them as your followers. So I should unfollow them and I should remove them from following me as well. So I also did that, and yeah, it wasn't cute because you're like, why? These people, like, I've known these people since forever, but I had to do it. And then I unfollowed those people, and then the Holy Spirit again led me into a fast. You know, I've never struggled with YouTube because YouTube is like, I like watching people that are lifestyle vlogs, you know, it's nothing hectic. And then I unfollowed those people, and I think at the beginning of this year, the Holy Spirit told me again that I want you off Instagram, girl. I want you off Instagram. So I would like delete my account and then go back before 30 days, and then it would be recovered. It would be uploaded and then recovered. Up until I think it was like 3 months back, where I think Instagram requested for my ID to confirm my, and I was like, no, I'm not going to upload my ID on Instagram. I'm very like, I don't know, for me, like things like IDs and your whole personal stuff, there's certain things that you just don't share on the internet, to be honest. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And that was a way of me getting rid of the old account of Instagram. And that was the beginning of me, I think, letting go of a lot of social media addiction, because I wasn't on Instagram for a very long time because I could not access Instagram at all. Of which I think for me, Instagram has been like that platform that I really struggled with. And YouTube, the Holy Spirit actually guided me into watching certain people and the content that I like. I actually found my tribe on YouTube, so I just don't follow people or watch people that make me feel less of who I am. But I literally found my tribe on YouTube, and with the page that I have started, I think it's a week this month on Instagram. It's doing so well, and I mean, like, it's my first month on Instagram, and I already have like above like 40 people, of which for me I feel like that's huge. But with this Instagram this time around, oh, by the way, I am back on Instagram. I am starting like a YouTube channel just to share my own personal stories, and maybe there's someone that also wants to learn from my journey and all of that. So I really like sharing my story, to be honest. I just don't like sharing my personal life and whatnot. But when it comes to stories, I have learned from other people's stories, and I believe that from sharing my story as well, someone may also learn and may also maybe take social media fast and take phone fast, because for me those things actually helped me in managing my phone. So I am back on social media. I am back on Instagram. And for now, I'm just going to handle the space with care. I'm going to make it a fun space for me. And I'm also going to make it a fun space for whoever that is watching. And also, if push comes to shove, I will most probably like share encouragement and all scriptures and all those fun stuff that are in alignment with my own personal brand as Adley. I have also filtered out who I follow. So if I see that you most probably make me feel lesser than, or so I just don't follow certain pages. I'm very aware and I'm very cautious of who I follow. And you can follow me, but I won't follow you. That is just period. And in terms of Facebook, I'm not on Facebook currently, but maybe I will be. And in terms of YouTube, I'm just here to share my story and just share the little pieces of my life, and hopefully also my journey, as I actually do a lot of things. So when I'm led to share a certain story, or when I do feel like sharing a vlog or pieces and bits of my life, I'll definitely do that. But for now, it's no longer about the fame, of which I think when I was young, I wanted to be on social media for fame, to be famous, to do all those not so cute things. But for now, it's just like a space for me where I can teach people, or whereby people can learn from my story, as much as I have also watched content that has blessed me, that has saved me. And yeah, so I also want to be a blessing to somebody else, just like how somebody else that was obedient in starting their YouTube channel were also a blessing to me. So yeah, that's my story basically. And yeah, in terms of how am I managing my social media, the social media addiction that I have, yeah. So I don't keep social media apps on my phone. After I use them, I delete them. And yeah, I'm just very conscious of who I follow. If you make me feel like I just don't watch your content, but I think I have found my tribe on social media. So yeah, that's how I'm literally holding up with social media. and yeah, I'm just going to use it for the glory of God. And if it doesn't please God, or if my stories don't please God, then I'm most probably going to be off. Or if my post doesn't glorify God, or if it's not aligned to my personal brand, then I shouldn't do it. So yeah, I think I've grown throughout the years, and I know not to people please, and just to be authentic. Just authenticity is my brand right now. Authenticity, excellence, I think it's basically my brand. So yeah, you won't see another YouTuber, me pretending as if I'm another YouTuber, but I'm just going to be the athlete that I am in person, the athlete that you see in person, but the athlete that you see on screen. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching my channel. And if this story inspired you, and if you want to share it with one of your friends, please do so. And if you want to join my community where we learn a lot of things, a lot of fun stuff in place, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and do all those fun things, because we about to have fun. Yeah. Bye.